Of course, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to get away with it. You know, I have to say the same thing every single year, that Vegas Golden Knights fans tend to not like my YouTube channel here. I do get some defenders in the comments, and I'll get to that in a little bit, but for the most part, as a Vancouver Canucks fan, Vegas is a team that me and the people around me, we just don't like. It's very natural due to the divisional rivalries, due to the playoff runs that we have seen in the past, and because of the fact that Vegas has been so good since they started playing in the NHL in 2017-18. You know, it was a great idea back in 2017-18. Hey, we can cheer for Vegas, the new team, because they're going to stink and everybody's going to pity them, right? And then they went to the finals. And then they kept on having success. And then they started treating their players poorly. And then they traded away guys without letting them know that they'd be traded. And then they had the entire situation about backstabbing guys like Robin Lehner, Peter DeBoer, throwing him under the bus. And Vegas would always get the big name guys that are available on the trade market. They'd always come to Vegas. Stone, Pacioretty, Pietrangelo, Eichel, Hurdle. How did they get everybody? And then they won the Stanley Cup. And the team does everything while putting guys on the LTIR every single year because Mark Stone can never stay healthy for 82 games. That guy has been on and off, the LTIR, the LTIR, and then the playoffs he always comes back every single year. And then Jonathan Marchessault left and he said, yeah, there's no loyalty in Vegas. You can play there so long and you can have so much success, but they're not going to pay you for it. They're just going to treat you like another piece of the carousel rotating around, right? And we've made our videos over the years talking smack about the Golden Knights, and as a result, I get nasty DMs once in a while. Hey, Lego, you're so unfair to the Golden Knights. Stop hating on the Golden Knights. I'm going to unsubscribe. And then I talk about how I'm mean to the Golden Knights, and then some Golden Knights fans actually reply saying, hey, I appreciate your opinions on my team, even though you're very negative, which is understandable because my team has been very successful and yours in Vancouver has not been. So maybe it's just jealousy at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to see my team make the Stanley Cup Finals and then lose and then have a little bit more time, brilliantly grabbing extra guys and always using the LTIR to their advantage, and then win the cup. Of course I'm jealous of the Vegas Golden Knights. How wouldn't I be? But with that being said, right now, the Vegas Golden Knights are getting away with one more absolutely bananas thing that was talked about earlier this morning. Take a look at this tweet by Frank Saravalli. Sources say that the resolution has been reached on the Robin Lehner situation with the Golden Knights. Lehner will not be on Vegas's salary cap this season. I believe, though, that Lehner will still be paid. This is a big win for the Golden Knights, who likely will not have to operate in LTIR to start the year. Look at some of the replies. Golden parachute once again. The amount of crap this franchise gets away with is astonishing. Nice, but the Avs are stuck with Valeri Nichushkin. Gary's Golden Boys are gifted again. How has Vegas become Bettman's favorite kid so fast? What a joke. Let me guess, the Sens are being punished for this somehow? Of course they won't have him on the books. Oh wow, the league bailing out the Golden Childs once again. Who would have thought? Of course, the NHL bails out their golden child once more. What a joke of a league. The Vegas Golden Knights are almost as much of a joke organizationally. The comments, popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. The Sabres had Cody Hodgson on their cap for a decade after he played here, but Vegas gets a break. Shocking! But Vegas fans said that they're never bailed out. So what about the other contract players that might look like this? Players in the assistance program voluntarily or involuntarily? We're just letting everyone in Vegas do as they please? What the hell? This is bananas. Robin Lehner is making $5 million a year, and sure, we can talk about the situation with him a little bit more. The last time we had spoken about Lehner, it was in the video talking about how his assets have gotten frozen because of his spending habits, and that is like really, really dire. I mean, that's not good to see a human being go through. And with the article that we had read from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, it seemed like Robin Lehner was going through a really difficult time, which culminated in him not showing up to Vegas Golden Knights preseason training camp. It resulted in him not getting his physical tests done, which the Vegas Golden Knights tried to make it look like that was his fault. Like, Vegas was releasing statements, oh yeah, Robin Lehner's not here. Whoa, he's not here. We can't put him on the LTIR. He's not here, folks. Oh, what's happening? And then Lehner was like, yeah, no, they know I'm not going to be there. They know that under my circumstances, I was not able to go, and they understood that. Lehner released in a statement via Elliot Friedman. So, with Robin Lehner's situation being as bad as it is, a lot of fans were wondering what was going to happen with the Vegas Golden Knights, and now to hear that the NHL is giving them a pass? Hey, this guy in your cap system, your LTIR system, take a look at this. His cap hit is not going to count anymore. You're just going to get $5 extra million of free spending. What? Are you kidding me? Take a look at this article on ProHockeyRumors.com that talks about the conclusions and everything else in between after the Frank Seravalli tweet this morning. Since Robin Lehner did not report, Vegas was in a tricky situation, requiring the league and the NHLPA to step in. They have now reached a resolution that will still involve Lehner receiving his $4.4 million salary for the season, per Seravalli, but he'll be effectively suspended without pay as it relates to Vegas' salary cap picture. That takes a ton of workload off of GM Kelly McCrimmon's plate. The Golden Knights would have had no issues starting the season with the cap-compliant roster with Lehner on the LTIR, but that wouldn't have allowed them to accrue cap space throughout the year. They'll now be able to accrue cap space by operating without LTIR. It'll be a significant amount of flexibility too. With a full roster, they'll have $1.36 million in projected space on opening night, with Lehner essentially off the books, per Puckpedia. At this stage, if it wasn't known already, Lehner's NHL career should be considered over. The Swedish netminder made 364 appearances in part of 12 seasons with the Sens, Sabres, Knights, Islanders, and Blackhawks, posting a strong .917 career save percentage and a .271 goals against, with a .152, .141, and .49 record and 17 shutouts. So, the Golden Knights are getting cap space, and as we've been talking about with the Vancouver Canucks over the past few weeks, having cap space and going through the season with cap space is a big deal, because you're able to add it up over the course of the season. Say you have $2 million in cap space on day one of the NHL season. Well, $2 million in cap space will add up over time. So if every day you go from 2 million cap space to 2 million cap space to 2 million cap space, you do this from games 1 to games 41. From 41 to 82, you would be allowed to get a player with a $4 million cap hit, because the amount of time that you spent having $2 million of cap room accrued. It added up. So you have $2 million worth of cap space from the first half of the season, plus the remaining $2 million in cap space that you would have been able to get for the second half of the year. Which means that you actually would be allowed to get a $4 million AAV player, because the cap space from the first half of the year when you were under LTIR would have covered $2 million for the course of 81 games, and then you still have the second half of the 81 games with $2 million worth of space. It's crazy. You can add space up together. So Vegas, they're going to have a lot of cap space, and they're going to be competing with my Vancouver Canucks in getting big name trade deadline pieces without having to worry about the money. Masterclass, Kelly McCrimmon. Masterclass. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vegas Golden Knights getting away with it one more time, and how upsetting this is to other fans of other teams that are not in Vegas. They always get away with it, right? Vegas fans, I hope y'all recognize just how amazingly lucky you have it. Your team is so good, and your team is always getting things happening to them that help them out in such a grand way that other teams can only even dream of. Cody Hodgson was on Buffalo for so long. Roberto Luongo was on Vancouver for so long. Shea Weber, Pavel Datsyuk, Marian Hossa, these guys are on NHL teams for so long. And now Robin Lehner's cap hit is not going to count. How crazy is that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.